Oh, I enabled cross network. Did I? You have to turn that off repeatedly? That's interesting. Well, my dexterity's at 511. I wasn't expecting that. So I would have to start all the way from this point if I wanted to re-equip a previous board. Ugh, that sounds so I understand. Man, that sounds so tedious. Maybe we just stick to what we have at the moment until Hey Hardwired. Surprise, surprise! How are you doing, man? Hope everything has been going well for you. Happy Monday. I hope you had a lovely, awesome weekend. I might sound tired because I just woke up from a nap. I did just wake up from a nap. But we are chilling right now. Let's see, what am I looking at right now? What am I looking at? We are going up to here. So trade, exploit weakness. We want to go up to unsaleable and pick up okay. No witness. Alright, cool. We'll do that then. How have you been? I've been holding up alright. Been started I think this is my 4th week. No, my 4th week just passed probably. Full-time streaming. And I've also been coaching a frisbee team around my age group, so like mid-20s to people in the mid-30s. There would be some people in the lower 20s areas, but that's been going pretty well so far. I think it's been three weeks since they announced me as a coach on their team. And that's been yeah. I played frisbee since high school competitively, and this is the first time I've been like on a coaching staff for frisbee. I used to be an assistant coach when I was in high school for basketball, and that was a good time. That was a good time. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. Armor, da da da. I guess we'll just eventually get into those two. And then after assailants, we want, oh no, unsaleable from the route between saleable and exploit. Path left to exploit. Oh, I guess continue all the way to exploit weakness. Okay, just find a way to get there. Honestly, we could just go up like this and just equip that too. Stream is cutting off. My work Wi-Fi is terrible. I'm still here though. No, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I'm double checking stuff because I know Twitch has been having some hiccups here and there too, in terms of like server stuff. As of late, I've been looking at other streams and I'm like, is it me or is it them? But sometimes it's been Twitch, so do not apologize. I completely understand. Also, we'll just hang on to these boots for now, in case we need to pull off from there. Vulnerable enemy with a core skill has up to drop a healing push. I think we will break this down, to be honest. As much, I mean, you get a lot of armor out of it. Let's see. I'll lose out on damage to after killing elite, 32.2. I think if we get something included with that in pants, I wouldn't have an issue. I don't think I would have an issue at all. Beam skill, damage reduction, damage with this, energy reduction. What would I replace on this? Would it be in imbuement school damage? School, yes. Skill damage, probably something similar to that. The damage is not the highest priority. It doesn't really talk about imbuement skill damage either. So like, it's only 18.5%. Cododon, it's great to see you. I hope you had a lovely weekend, bud. Hope you had a lovely weekend and tried some delicious food. You feel like carrying me? You right now? Sup, nerd? I guess it'll be your... Wait, have you got to tier 4 yet? Or are you still doing tier 3 stuff? Mr. Totes, it's great to see you, bud. I don't even know if I need to get carried, but I want... Okay, yeah. I got you. Just send me an invite and I should be game. I should be game. I'll help you with the capstone dungeon and go from there. Hope you had a lovely weekend, Mr. Totes. I'd advise you to go solo. It was probably the most fun in the game. If you enjoy the solo experience, because I know you don't mind too much playing co-op through certain areas, so it's completely up to you, Cododon. I enjoy friendship. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I'll put that for now. We'll probably look at it later. I think Totes was telling me to just pick up on damage for now, instead of something more utility friendly and armor friendly with this. So like, if I equip this, how much does my dexterity go down? Go down close to 30 points. Item power 725. Do you even use Rain of Arrows? I think Rain of Arrows just procs. Oh no, it doesn't anymore. Oh, I used to have Rain of Arrows procs. Sorry, I'm also a little sleepy right now. So I haven't picked up the game since Friday, so I had to even think about stuff right now. Weekend was good. Played some Diablo 4. Made breakfast for dinner last night. Very tasty. Making a crawfish boil bake thing tonight. Just for yourself? Just for yourself? I guess I'll break this down then. I'm sleepy. Even though I just woke up from a nap. I was debating getting something from Starbucks, caffeine related, but I also wanted something to drink like normal with it. So I was like, I'll just wait till tomorrow.
My skill is unmatched. You'll see.
Live alone and more single than the last cookie in the tin. I'm pretty sure if any female in your area found out you're cooking the way you're cooking, though, let's be honest, Cododon. Let's be honest. You would be having a solid time. What do we have comparison to our actual helmet? Maximum HP. Oh yeah, shadow imbuement is at 4 instead of 3. And cooldown reduction and crowd control duration. Oh yeah, it's actually not terrible. I would just replace my imprinted with something else. I just get a lot of sustain from this aspect. I'm hidden away like a little gem, otherwise I'd be drowning in the Yeah. Oh man, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. I guess we could boost up the level to this is the bare minimum to my Twisted Blades. This is so I could just have it equipped. Normally I would just put it on my this, but this is actually a really good imprint, so I don't want to let this go to waste unless I find a new crossbow or a new Twisted Blades that's just like hard to resist. Trying to remember my mindset with certain things. What am I doing, Bob? I guess we could put that skull away. Also, feel free to send me an invite anytime, and I'll hop on to your what you got cooking up right now. Only reason I don't equip this because it'll diminish the reason I have this on this. Do I have any aspects to even put on my gloves if I wanted to? Honestly, this would be on a ring. This would be on a ring. Do you have crossplay? Oh, do I have it turned off? It just said I had it enabled when I logged on. That's interesting then. Because I was surprised when it said I had it enabled. Okay, that makes more sense. I'll go back to screen. God dang. Oh, man. I was super confused when I saw that, Totes. I was like, what's going on? I thought I turned that off. Why would they do that to me? Sorry about that, Kotodon. Sorry about that. How do you even check that? You go to options and social. I'm sorry. I'm there just chilling like, man, does he hate me? Whose skeleton is just chilling here like that? Alright, bro. Alright, we were back to here. Dun dun dun. Dun, 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 dun. You are... Oh, you're already in there. Alright. I'll just hop into your portal then. Oh, nice. You're at 59. Cool. Look, I'm not even that far ahead of you. I'm only 10 levels ahead of you. So it's... You might end up carrying me. Who knows? Who knows? That's a thick 10, my brother. Hey man, it's not like your fire poison wizard helping my Dawn Warrior. Alright. That one is literally, you can literally just close your eyes and let your poison wizard do a lot of what I needed to complete. Let's be honest. Alright, you have your choice of either one. Eventually you have to go the other way, but it's up to you on that. Alright. That random speed up. Ouch. We don't even need to kill everybody. It's just they're in the way. So far, so good. I was watching AP drop stream the other day, actually the last couple of days whenever I had the opportunity, and he has a ranged rogue, and it looks really satisfying just to see move around. It looks like so strong. Use it multiple imbuements too. It's pretty neat. Come in like a bowling ball, Jesus. Goes from slow chunk to like the juggernaut out of nowhere. Oh. Once it breaks groups. Hey, Bernito. Happy Monday to you, bud. Hope you had a great weekend. How are you? How's the dog? Alright. I can imagine this being a tad bit overwhelming as a solo fight. Wasn't bad, kind of chill. That's what I like to hear. Alright, I think we're good. Okay, we'll go around. Goodness. Oh yeah, you could tank one of the one-shot guys. I think you're tanky enough to handle that. For me, it's probably much different. The zips that explode. Played Call of Duty and Lost Ark all weekend. Can't play. How bad, because I can't tell if it's just people being Weenie Hut Juniors, but how bad is the hacking on Call of Duty on PC? Oh, it makes people do 75% less? Oh, that's pretty nice. Of course, Lost Ark was in the menu. Man. You never seen any hacking? I know Griff would run into hackers when he would play a Warzone occasionally. But for me, well, I play super rarely. I don't know if Griff does play Warzone that frequently anymore. Alright. I mean, yeah, sure, I'll pick up. So awkward when you're fighting someone on top of the thing you need to pick up. Another one? There's two? What? What? We both have one? What? Oh, I feel like this is a glitch. 533 still haven't seen any, so you don't know. Hey, you got a... I guess you got a permanent movement buff. I guess you have a permanent movement buff. That's interesting. All according to plan. And before we get booted out, Blizzard's like, hackers. Hackers. Is that a Vloss? Oh my goodness, I hope you're doing well today. Of course, enjoy the lurky lurk. Man, imagine tanking all those hits. That's crazy. think in my solo run they just one-shot me. In Nightmare Dungeons though, right now, I think I could tank at least one hit. I haven't seen any cannibals. I thought I'd actually say hi today. You're completely fine, Voss. I appreciate you nonetheless. I hope you had a great weekend. Also, do not fall into the trap of me asking 1,000 more questions. Okay, now we're getting some animus. Hey, Abject. Oh my gosh, what is that emo, Abject? Dr. MTG, how was the father? Oh, dude, it was great. How was the Father's Day for you, man? Did everything go? Oh, I would say Mama Fox. Yeah, I guess we haven't picked up all the animus. Mama Fox, she stays busy. She didn't get to sit down until like the end of the evening. And like she probably might have like raised the seat cushion with her sitting. Did we break this? We probably broke this. Cause I didn't see many cannibals along the way. But if you see some purple souls. Oh, see some more enemies where I am. It was relaxing. We ain't do nothing. As you should. As you should. Oh, there's also an elite over here. Oh, there's a lot we haven't fought over here. Okay. Oh, I'm coming. I'm coming. Gotta get Mama Fox. Mr. Fox still playing this? Dang. I think I at least attempt to get to level 100 and do the Echo Lilith fight. I think that's what I'm committed to at least. Mr. Mix, it's also really great to see you, by the way. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Yeah, the thing about Mama Fox though, she, even at her current age, and as broken down as her body is, she doesn't know how to stop moving around or being a generous host. So her body ends up like taking the full brunt. I was talking to Kumar's dad yesterday when I dropped by his place. In the evening yesterday, and he was like, oh, I hope she's not planning on doing something for 4th of July. And I gave him the look. He's like, yeah, I don't even know why I said that type of expression. Doing okay. Play some D4. Do you do any co-op? Yeah, at the moment we're playing co-op at this specific moment. Yeah, if anybody, like one of my viewers literally coded on, just asked me if I can help him with this. Granted, he doesn't need carrying because he could literally tank things to the end of the realm. All I am to you is a viewer, huh? What do I dip into it? If I say more, will it come off as parasocial? I never know the rules anymore. I never know any rules. That's all we are, Cododon. #1 fan, Cododon. Sounds like Lost Ark. 49 to 50 is 1 million experience, and 50 to 51 is 43. No problem, dude. No problem. See, I see 50 to 51, and then I look at what MapleStory is right now, and they're dealing with like the billions and trillions of experience, and it's just like disgusting to even think about. A legendary ring. Oh hey, barrage of arrows. And before I trigger coded, I should be careful. Yeah, this has co-op. Yeah. I don't know if on console it has a screen share component. Couch co-op. You need to go back to work? Oh, perfect, perfect. No problem, dude. No problem. Uncle Finesse, getting settled, my dude. Sent you a video, by the way. Oh, it's that type of... Hey. Hey, this is a family-friendly stream, bro. He's sending me... What kind of videos he's sending? No, Mix, you're not one of the viewers. You are one of the mods. Still nameless and without individuality. Toads, get out of here. Toads, if I ended up knowing my former teammates slash Frisbee friends were heading to Costa Rica, I don't even know if you would go out of your way to walk outside your room to meet me. I don't even know. I don't even know what you would do. Fox is in Costa Rica? Oh, I gotta barricade. I gotta barricade this place more. Yo, you sent me a video of the living room. My gosh. Thank you for the 55 months too, Uncle Finesse. Seriously, dude. I appreciate you a ton. I thought my game did bug and I didn't actually... No, it gives you like a weird pause the moment you interact with this. And you think you broke it. Costa Rica is small enough that you would be within a couple hours of reach tops. I would say my well, now they're my players since I coached some of them. But they look like they enjoyed themselves a lot. They look like they really enjoyed themselves. How much money we got? 6.1. Put a smile on your face.
Good deal. Father bless.
Vulnerable enemy, 10%.
My bags are full. You can take what's left.
But yeah, MTG, this is a fun game. I know Diablo 3 had the couch co-op share screen type of co-op. That's how I played with Foxtress when we did our first playthrough together. But besides that, I don't know if Diablo 4 carried that over for at least consoles. I don't think it was a function of PC. So Angrish wants to platinum DMC 5 together. Oh, on a shared account. Apparently it's hard. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh dude, you have to get it to the hardest difficulty. You have to beat the games multiple times to get to the hardest difficulty. By the time you get to the hardest difficulty, everything like hits so hard. And you have to be so good at combos. You're playing like a fighting game at that point though. Like the earlier difficulties, getting to the final difficulty is like not too bad, but once you get to the final one, it's a lot you have to do. I'm not sure that's my jam. We'll see. It's a different game. In terms of like a single player campaign game, I say it has probably one of the best battle mechanics if you master it. And a lot of games that I had the pleasure of like observing or interacting with. You got the werewolf chest unique. Oh, let's Fox and go, dude. What the heck is this? It's the most random thing. Wait, am I still in? I'm the party leader. How does that work? I'm in tier 4. Oh, what's happening down here? Oh, there's a Gathering Allegiance. I don't think I'll make this in time. But I'll try. Me being a master of anything, please. Hey man, I've seen you platinum a couple things. I know you got the willpower. I think a lot of things about Druid is late game. That's the vibe I get from it. That is definitely the vibe I get from it.
Can't do that here.
Who are you guys? Just a bunch of elites just hanging out. Those guys just randomly died. 2 more uniques for a dope Storm Wolf build. Will I make this in time? I don't think I will.
I need more time. Out of energy. Need more time.
Here. Oh, these are only level 73s. That's pretty chill. Did your dad have a good Father's Day, Mr. Mix? Was he able to enjoy himself? Look at all those crits. I guess. I don't actually know. Only got to talk to him for 5 minutes last night. He made the time to talk to him. There's so many people I know. I accidentally, like, yesterday was such a randomly busy day. Like, I was helping Mama Fox finishing clean up the aftermath of her hosting, and then I had to go back to my place, drop off the food that were leftovers, and then get dressed immediately to go to Summer League. And I was just so exhausted. As soon as I got home, I was like sitting in a chair for like a good 20 minutes because I was too tired to go take a shower immediately. And yeah, I found out Kumar was still home with his family, so I went to Dairy Queen and got his son and his dad some milkshakes and blizzards. How's Mama Fox? Besides the aftermath, I say if I don't include the aftermath, she really enjoyed herself. But once it came down to cleaning up stuff and her attempting to sleep, she was just like broken down. Like it's always like short-term memory for her until she finds herself in that position again. And she's like, why do I do this to myself? All I could do is sit there, maybe give her some ibuprofen. The last thing I want to do is say I told you so. Because like a month ago, like during the Mother's Day Tea Party event, she was already talking about something to do for Father's Day. And I was just telling her, I was like, hey, you want to keep this minimum, right? Just focus on food. She's like, yeah. And then leading up to this, she's like getting more stuff for her. I was like, okay. Okay. Worst part about it, she tries to nag me about certain things. Not like at like an event, but more like, for example, there was like a storm that passed on Friday, and she was worried about me leaving. She wanted me in her perfect world, she wanted me to come down early. And I was like, nah, I got things to do. I'm gonna come at 7. She's like, oh, in the morning? I was like, PM. She's like, Oh, I don't know about that. It's gonna be stormy. I say, Mom, I know how to keep track of the storm. Like, she says all these things, but when I present advice to her, sometimes it feels like I'm talking to a wall. Like, sometimes she's receptive to the things I say, and the other times it's just like I'm talking to a wall. I was like, well, one of these days, I probably will tell her I told you so. You respect your mother. She raised a walking pile of cringe all on her own. Hey man, she should have got the memo. Not just any walking pile of cringe. A smart aleck walking pile of cringe. The heck hit me? Oh, we're at max orbals. I'll probably will purchase. Yeah, I would say the worst quality with probably attempting to raise me is my sarcasm was too unbound at times. I think that would be an accurate statement.
That's a deal.
Dexterity, cooldown reduction. Nah. Let's go to. We'll head here real quick. I didn't get super sarcastic until I moved out for a reason. Was your brother super sarcastic before getting to a certain point with your family? Do we want a new sword? Or do we want... We could go for a new hat. I think I'm okay with my boots. We'll see what sword we get. How about that? Yeah, since everything else is not too... Yeah, let's see what swords we get. The highest we could get is a sacred? What is this? We can't get an ancestral? Come on, man. What is this, bro? My brother just fought a lot. Your brother just fought a lot. Oh my goodness. You probably just had front row seats. Got the popcorn out. That's funny. Extract the aspect, put in an ancestral sword. Yeah. I didn't see anything too peachy there though. That would replace what I got. Yeah, there's nothing too good. There's a reason I avoid conflict now. Now you do?
I'll shake on that.
I'll just extract these, I guess.
I can break that down.
I'm okay getting into arguments, but serious disagreements are something I really try not to start. Like, okay. I would say I don't go out of my way to start a serious disagreement. Those just develop on their own, so it's kind of hard to be like, oh, I'm gonna start this. Some people actually do. They make a conscious effort. I'm gonna get in a fight with my parents, stuff like that. I'm gonna call Barbara by her first name and audit them. Something weird like that. That ain't me. My friends lacking melanin would do that. Or my friends who are women, regardless of lacking melanin or having melanin, would do that. Every time I would see that in person, it would be like I'm watching Fight Night Round 3. And I'm trying to pick my fighter. But the worst part about it, I'm trying to figure out who's Muhammad Ali so I could select them. You would think it would be the parent. My brother loves to rock the boat, but I just stay out of it. Oh, you're so dead. Did you get coded down to 60? He only had enough time to complete that capstone dungeon. He had to go back to work. I'm stuck in Act 5. Why is the game so long? Oh, you're pretty close to finishing. If you're in Act 5, to be honest. Act 3 was possibly the longest for me. What level was he? He was 59. Act 3 was insane. Oh yeah, how did you do against the barbarian boss? Barbarian. Main quest isn't really long, honestly. I guess comparing it to, like, the only reason the acts would be long for me personally would be I got lost along the way while attempting to complete the act. And not saying like, oh, where do I go type of loss. It's more like a dungeon populated the map. I was like, oh, what's here? Clap you until you respect your defensive. I was able to first try, but it was hard for me to gauge my main story fights because I couldn't tell how over leveled I was. Yeah, I used to see when I was hanging out at a lot of streams or lurking in a lot of streams, out of nowhere people would volunteer, man, did anybody else get clapped up by the barbarian? I would just sit quietly. I'm like, oh, he's pretty chill for me. But he did have a lot of like attacks where I could not gauge his hitbox. I was just like, what are you trying to do? Kodak. Rogue is also a very good early game character. I agree. I don't think the bosses hit hard enough for it to be an issue. Like, its squishiness was relevant. And it had a lot of blinky movesets and mobility to get itself out of the hairy situations. But it never got to the hairy situations for me. It was like, I had a decent amount of sustain at that point. Or it was just like... How did I say rogue?
Need more time.
Should I say it a different way? Kogue? Roog? Roog! Nah, that's too much work. That'll probably be a sleep of my speech impediment sneaking out. That's what I'll blame it on. Easily. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. And before my in real life friends are sitting here, they're like, what are you talking about, speech impediment? So much poison, my god. I say calling it a roog would be an adorable way to pronounce it. Yeah, I don't think milk is a great choice for a stream drink. I probably should order something. Don't have anything really to drink that's in my vicinity besides ordering water. I don't think we got a new filter, so the tap water we have is not too reliable. I'll say that much. Amazing early and meta late game builds. I think the Twisted Blades is technically the best build. I've seen variations of it though, that people like really optimize it, but like in terms of like a casual build that's late game, Twisted Blades is like really solid. Considering letting us keep renown between seasons. Oh, thank God. That's a little too grindy, in my opinion. If I'm being honest, that's a little too grindy. Just imagine doing all that over again. It's just like, oh, it just gives me bad gas. Yeah, I know what I should be doing. I should be doing something specific here. I guess quests. Quest and dungeon. Maybe just go up here then. Because we have... Oh yeah, I watched... We have 3 areas, so we just have these last 2. I watched the Adam Sandler movie called Funny People. It's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. It's like one of the rare movies where he's not a bad guy, but his character is not too likable. Not too likable. Probably until like the end. Like Uncut Gems, you knew he was just not a good person. Just not a good person. Oh, a lunchbox key. Interesting. Somebody completed my quest for me. Adam Sandler could play a likable character. Hey, he plays a likable character where he always has an attractive woman to pursue, and he wins in the end. And you're just like, how is this possible?
My companion seems harsh to many.
It was interesting seeing funny people because it showed Adam Sandler before I saw him as Billy Madison and stuff like that.
Things I never thought to see.
Because I used to get curious, like some of the footage I could get a gauge. I was like, oh, this is actual his early footage. That's interesting.
I have asked that we pass by the statue of revered Tybalt, and though I can see he chafes at such a thing, he has granted my request.
Got to see Hustle still. I guess technically there's a lot of movies you could say his character is not truly likable. It's just the fact that he's Adam Sandler. But I think this was one of those few instances where his character was just like overpowering the Adam Sandler charm. You're like, oh man, I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of this guy. Find the broken bridge? Sure, I guess, bro. Sure. I think, honestly, the closest to his character being kind of likable would be, like, anger management. But then at that point, you almost felt like he was a Weenie Hut Jr. But the scenarios he was put into was actually pretty funny.
Need more time. I'm not ready.
What the heck is this symbol? Oh, that's my... Oh, that's my marksman. Oh, that's my Paragon clicking in. Okay.
To the right, here. This will lead us to Modern Fall, but be on your guard. This is the farthest I've gotten on my own. This area is a great weapon.
I'll say I'm super disappointed by how they did uniques. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the uniques. I don't know how I feel about the uniques. I'm not an ARPG guy, but when I'm interacting with a unique, I'm just like, not sure how I feel on this.
I need more time.
I think those should have been either Paragon glyphs or aspects.
Need more time.
I think you're right. I think you're right. What's this one? Also, what level is your character so far, Mr. Mix?
Need more time.
Finally, someone agrees with me. Have you been dono walled or something when you try to bring this up to people? You're like, oh man. Uniques are super disappointing. Somebody's like, actually, it's pretty great. You're like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. I don't build defining uniques, or I don't build defining uniques are unique. I don't know what to think of the uniques for me personally. I was like, do I have to change my whole setup for this, or do I just make it work with what I have currently?
If we're lucky, the armor will be untouched.
Well, that worked out pretty well. The shifter uniques are not build defining. They're almost strictly quality of life. Or the quality of my life. Become injured while crowd control grants you unstoppable. That sounds like a good time. Damage reduction while injured. Alright, yeah, we're breaking you down, bud. We're breaking you down. Yeah, that's a good time. I just will sell these things, huh?
Don't ruin all that work.
Distant enemies, all stats, all things. Yeah, this ain't it. Had my attention, but a sacred. By shifter, I guess you mean druid, werewolf, and bear.
That's a deal.
Yeah, I seen a lot of people in chats talk about like, well, I guess I'm shifting what build I am now, and they're mainly talking about their
I'll shake on that.
their druids. Whenever I seen them have that conversation, so I'm just like, huh. Oh, we're close to 8 mil. Nice. Other reason Tots is developer tells us that the builds would not be defined by itemization, which is false if build defining items exist. I don't know, from what I've seen, those uniques and the one that makes storm skills werewolf are, or the build actually feel good and makes sense. So specifically for those druids, you're okay with build defining uniques? Oh, we're almost to 70. We're about to lose our yeah, we make our way here. Oh, our intelligence is at 231. Like D2 and PoE. How can a game like this not be defined by items? I guess defined by items in a way like you kind of get handcuffed to the items. You're like, oh, I need this item for it to be my character to be really relevant, versus like you can still like mix and match some items and get away with it. But that could just be my perspective. Yeah. Yeah, the stats, you have the freedom of picking those stats. Choosing those stats. You're like, okay, I could pick that. Versus like, oh, I need these boots because it has this specific stat that just like... Yeah, specifically the unique items. Just like, oh, you're handcuffed. We're in this for the long run. We're married. You're like, okay, cool, I guess. I think for certain classes, I think you're right. What's happening here? Another Legion event. Can I get there in time? Ugh. This game is not nearly as bad as PoE when it comes to that. It's not the same to have uniques that define a build and uniques define all builds. Yeah. Hey, Ray. How was your Monday? Hopefully you had a great weekend. I hope Casey had a great weekend. It's still going. Wait, your weekend is still going? You know, I happen to like... I don't know how many companies celebrate Juneteenth also. We had a weekend watching Black Mirror though. This was a mistake. I should have walked away. Alright, now you're in my world. I don't have to look at the screen. Well, I'm gonna be late to that one. Casey has today off for Juneteenth. Tell her I said happy Juneteenth then. I would love for you to tell me her reaction to it. I think it's okay to have some builds not possible with getting uniques. am I at? Oh, I keep going this way. Jeez, there's so many damage resistance auras just hanging out. World Tier 4 is spicy. For your hardcore, probably pretty accurate. Hope you're doing well today, Turbo. You can't have everything handed to you. There would be nothing to grind for. I would grind for you. Just saying. I don't know why, but I would. Oh, get me out. I'm good. Hope the grind is going well. Oh my gosh, I gotta get off of crossplay. I'm starting to lag again. It's been a while since I lagged. Found both the Werebear and Werewolf uniques, and it's not hard. Just have to do dungeons. For me, I like the aspects. I don't know, so are uniques supposed to mean, like, not just this game, but in other games, when you get a unique item, does that mean you're not supposed to have any, like, form of, like, customization from it? I don't know. Random lag spikes scare me too so much on hardcore. Yeah, I can imagine that. Do you play with crossplay on Turbo? I know for me that's made the lag a bit, like, tolerant.
Need more time.
Yeah, Druid in our group plays on console. Okay, that makes more sense. What level are you on your hardcore character? How's that been going? You should kick them? Like I do them like that. For playing Druid? Oh my god. You play Druid. I've seen you one-shot a whole mob. Real men play Barb. Yeah, Trip is the real man. That is a matter of fact. El Rey, did you enjoy Black Mirror? I was hearing super high praise on these episodes. I've never like sat down and like, oh, let me watch Black Mirror. But I was hearing a lot of good things. Oh, somebody died.
You are courting pain and death. Pain and death.
Multiple stagger points. That's hilarious.
Thank you. I'm impressed. Goodbye.
Goodbye, my love. Oh wait, is that? Yeah. You haven't finished the story? Oh no, he just started fairly recently. He just started recently. As recent as Monday or Tuesday of last week. That would make sense. Oh yeah, let me log out when I have the chance to change. No, don't log out of Diablo 4. Yeah, just leave. Just leave now. Jesus. Why do you need permission? Did not read the fine print. I just started Tuesday. On the Tuesday, gonna to Mix's defense, he had to settle for watching my super amateur gameplay. So there's not much to go off. Mr. Hooves, I hope you had a lovely weekend, dude. Hope you had a great weekend. It's great to see you. Oh yeah, chat, I finally bought plane tickets. Be proud of me, please. Cause it hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. I was like, God dang, is it expensive?